for 1235.15, for example. Okay, this is the value. So the very first thing, it is going to return you the integer value. Okay, and seal means above. Okay, seal means above छत जैसे कि तो this 1235.15, whatever values it has in the after the point will get removed, and this 5 will become 6. That is, the output of this will be 1236. See, it is not rounding off. अगर rounding off होता तो it should be 5 because it is 1 ना. Rounding off तो फिर तो 5 हो जाता है ये. But seal says that suppose if you have a value like this also 0 1, then also it will be 1236. If you have this 0.0, then it will be remaining 3 5 only. But 0 1, it says that भाई go 1235 से बड़ी value है ये. 1235.01 is greater than 1235. We'll take the above integer then, like this. Finally, we have floor function, the math module. But do not forget to import this module. Huh? Every time you are using the function, you have to import this math module in different programs. In a single program, if you have imported once, no need to import it again and again. Now suppose we are doing about floor. So suppose the value is this, or suppose the value is this also. Okay, so floor will return you the lower value. It will be this. That is, in the floor it is quite easy. It will remove the decimal after the decimal places, and whatever the value is there before decimal will be displayed. It is just converting this value into an integer type. Write down in the floor if you want to. Returns the largest integer less than or equal to the number specified. Returns the largest integer less than or equal to the number specified. Done?
Yes, sir.
Next is your POW. Write down returns power of x raised by y. Returns power of x raised by y. Now suppose I have written this, or this 2 comma 3. So 2 is the value of x and 3 is the value of y. So the output will be 8. Clear? Next is SQRT. Returns the square root of a given number. Write down. Returns the square root of a given number. Suppose I mention 100 here. The output will be 10. So it will return the square root. See, there are a lot of functions. We have cos, sine, tan. So you can you can calculate any angle value here. This cos, sine, tan. Okay, but we're talking about just the main, that are most common functions. Now we have seen a program of writing down to calculate the factorial of a number. We have seen that program. We even have a predefined function in the math module to find the factorial. Instead of writing the whole program to find the factorial, we have a predefined function in the math module. Now suppose I want to find the particular 5, it will be 120. Simple. Clear? Now next is
Sir, can you explain fifth one again?
fifth one. Dear, I asked if you want to calculate the cost value of 30, cost value of 40, Anna, you must have studied these things in the mathematics, cosine 10.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to see the value of cos 90, so you have a function similarly just like this. Math, just write down math dot cos and in the brackets just write down the value of the angle. Okay. Next is ABS and next is FABS. Write down in ABS.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes. Who was calling? Now for the ABS.
Sir, I have just joined, so
Your voice is getting break. So ABS returns, you can write it down. ABS returns the absolute value of the given number. ABS returns the absolute value of the given number. You can write down returns the absolute integer value of the given number. For ABS, write down returns the absolute integer value of the given number. For example, we have a number like minus 15 here. So it will return positive 15, absolute value. Absolute means just remove this sign. So ABS returns the absolute integer value of the given number and FABS returns the absolute floating point number of the given number. FABS returns the absolute floating point value of the given number.
सर एबीएस एक और बार बता दो
ABS returns absolute integer value. Suppose you have written minus 15 here, so it will be 15 integer value आएगी. But in the case of FABS, it will be 15.0. Floating point value देता है. Basically, it removes the integer. It removes the negative sign. Their work is to remove the negative sign.
Sir, please repeat the definition of FABS once.
Definition of
FABS.
FABS returns the absolute floating point value of the given number. Absolute floating point value of the given number. Then
Yes, sir.
now write down next one. Next module. So these are some of the common math modules that you have to use in your programs. Now next is your random module. Next is your random module. So you can write it down. Python offers a Python offers a random module to generate random numbers. Python offers a random module to generate random numbers. It means the number is generated by the system itself. It means the number is generated by the system itself from the specified range. It means the number is generated by the system itself from the specified range. Written? Now write down. There are two most common functions used to generate random numbers in Python. There are two most common functions. There are two TWO2. Most common functions used to generate random numbers in Python. There are two most common functions used to generate random numbers in Python. So the first one is the random function. Random module name भी है, random एक function भी है, ठीक है? So there are two most common functions used to generate random numbers in Python. Write on the first one, that is random. And do not forget to apply this parenthesis at the end so that you can distinguish that it's a function. Write down, generates random numbers of random numbers of floating point number n, generates random numbers of floating point number n in the range from number n, floating point number n in the range from now this is a range, that is when the number will be generated from this random module, the number will be less than or equals to it will be greater than or equals to 0.0 and will be less than 1.0. It means the value could be 0.0 but the value couldn't be 1.0, and always this random function of random module will always return you a floating point value. We'll be showing an example, but just write down. I'm sorry. Just write down, generates random numbers of floating point number n in the range from, this is the range, so the value of n could be smaller than or equals to, smaller than 1.0 and will be greater than or equals to 0.0, and always it is going to return you a floating point value. Clear? What will be the number? No one knows that. It's a system generated value. Okay. So if I write an example for this, import random print random dot random, and if you run this program, if you execute this, you can execute this right now in your systems as well, and you will be getting a value like this. The value could be anything. See, it's just a random value that I have displayed right now. It could be anything. You can execute this this program of just 2 lines right now in your systems, and please tell me what values are you getting. You will never get a value equals to 1.0, okay, or greater
Excuse
than
me, sir.
Yes.
So we have to specify the range before import random.
We haven't specified the range, na? It is by default. This range is the default range, beta.
Okay, sir.
But if you want to display the random numbers from a specific range, we'll be doing that. But this is the very basic thing that if you write down this random dot random like this, empty without giving any of the values, anything. So by default, it will give you the value in between this 0.0 to 1.
Yes.
You can execute this two-line program right now in your systems and check what output are you getting. Everyone will be getting some different outputs. Hmm. Done, everyone? You have done it?
Yes, sir, it's different.
It's different.
Yes.
Write down next. Next is your rendent. Write down. It generates random number, random integer number. It generates random integer number between A to B, comma both inclusive. It generates random number between A to B, comma both inclusive. Okay. So suppose
So what is after both?
inclusive. Now suppose I enter the value as 1, comma 10. Okay. Now the output could be anything in between 1 to 10, and both 1 and 10 are also inclusive. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It could be anything out of these 10 values. No one knows that what will be the value. You can execute this program in your system and can check. Just run this program 5, 6, 2, 3 times, and you will be getting the different numbers every time.
Sir, will it give float values also?
Only integer.
Okay.
Is it clear to everyone? Students, is it clear to everyone? No doubts in any of the function? Random and rendent?
Yes, sir.
Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, write a program to display three random numbers between 1 and 50. Write a program to display three random numbers between 1 and 50. Do it till then I'm taking the endings.
Sir, is it possible for the three of them to be same?
Might be possible. We cannot control the values. Could be anything. Akansha,
Present, sir.
Arav, Grewal. Arav Grewal, Arav Sharma, Agnish,
Excuse me,
Aishwarya.
sir.
Yes,
Sir, in random function, the integer should be positive or it can be negative.
it will be positive.
Present, sir.
Akshita, Aman, Anshika, Arumita,
Present, sir.
Aryan Sinha,
Present, sir.
Piyush Sharma, Bhardwaj,
Present, sir.
Bhavya Mishra, Daman,
Present, sir.
Devansh,
Present, sir.
Ishita, Dishita, Galaxy, Gautam,
Present, sir.
Gautam Kakkar, Gautam Kumar,
Sir Kakkad.
Gautam Kumar,
Present, sir.
Manshu,
Present, sir.
Jayant, Anak, okay, Kana, Kunjal,
Present, sir.
Laksha Bansal,
Present, sir.
Linoy, Manav,
Present, sir.
Pragya,
Present, sir.
Rishabh,
Present, sir.
Rohan,
Present.
Sahil Bist,
Present,
Sahil Sharma,
Present, sir.
Sanket, Sayyam, Ashwat, Panch, Priya,
Present, sir.
Siddhant, Siddharth,
Present, sir.
Siddharth
Sir,
Jain,
Siddhant,
Present, sir.
present.
Siddharth Semwal,
Present, sir.
Shrishti, Vani,
Present, sir.
Anshika.
Present, sir.
These all are absent. Sanket, Sayyam, Shashwat, Shivansh,
Sir, Siddhant, present.
and present. Galaxy, Dishita absent. Bhavya Mishra is absent today. How many of you have written that program? Done?
Sir, done.
I write this program for the students, those who haven't written. See, it's quite easy.
Sir, done.
This is a simple program. ठीक है? Now, what if I ask you to write a program to display three random numbers between the user specified range? Means user is going to enter the upper and the lower limits. Write down the program. Bhavya, you are there? Bhavya Mishra?
Yes, sir.
But you haven't responded when I took the attendance.
Sir, actually, there was an error in Microsoft Teams. I had been joining since the 9 o'clock.
Okay, dear. No issues. I have marked present. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir.
Jayant, you are also there in the class. Jayant. Sayyam is also there but not responded when the attendance was taken.
Sir, I'm present.
Hmm. You must respond at the time of taking the attendance, na? I have to check the list, those who are present or not. Great. Okay, now see. We'll be taking the values from the user. And we'll write down here a comma. This is a simple program, right? Now, create a game of guessing a number. See what you have to do in this game. Guessing the number, what you have to do in this game, you have to generate a random number. Okay, a random number will be generated. It could be from 1 to 50. Okay, a random number generated n which is from 1 to 50. You will give user 3 chances to guess the correct number. Now suppose the number that system has generated is 40. For example, ठीक है, and user has got three turns in total. For the very first turn, he has entered the number, for example, I say 15. So you will say no, go high, मतलब कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं जैसे, है ना? No, it's a bigger value, no, it's like this. So he will get to know, okay, it's not less than 15, it is greater than 15. So suppose he entered 45. Again, no, go low. The value is less than that. So like this. In total, he will be getting three chances. And in these three chances, if he tell the correct answer, then he wins the game. Otherwise, he lost the game. Is it clear? Now range is 1 to 50.
Yes, sir.
The random number that you are going to generate will be from 1 to 50.
सर हो गया.
Done. Who has done it? Rohan. Great. Kanak has also done it. So let's wait for others to complete it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I got disconnected, sir, 5 minutes before. Sir, have you taken the attendance?
I have taken attendance, dear.
Sir, can you please mark me present, Sanket?
Done. Done, dear.
Sir, here also range would be 1 to 50.
Yes, the number that is going to be generated randomly will be from 1 to 50 only.
Okay, sir.
Well written.
Okay, chalo. So Rohan, I'm making you the presenter. Show the code and run it. Rohan, Rohan. Chalo, Kanak making you the presenter.
अरे सर एक मिनट.
Do it fast. Kanak, you are the presenter. You can show the code. Anna, you can share the screen and run the program. Acha, chalo, Rohan is doing it.
सर मैंने तो ऐसे किया.
What's this?
जाता ना ठंडा निकाल दो.
Why you have written the wrong indentation? This your if, elif, and whatever you have written, it should be intended in the loop only. Chalo, stop sharing. Half is correct, half is incorrect. Kanak, do it, dear. Share the screen. Rohan, you can stop sharing, beta.
हाँ सर एक मिनट.
Kanak, acha, okay. Vani, you have done it, na? Or Vanshika, who has done it?
Sir, I did, sir, but I'm not on the laptop. And I don't know if it's totally correct or not.
Akansha done?
No, sir. No, sir.
Bhavya and Bhavya?
Sir,
No,
due to
sir.
error